over here in Southeast Asia, with smaller countries like Malaysia, Singapore, these are like Singapore, for example, is built on the tertiary sector. Am I correct? Services, financial services, and business services. So, why do you think there is this global shift back to reindustrialization? And it's important to take note because this is opening up new investment opportunities for individuals and retail investors in this narrative shift from the services sector or the tertiary sector back to industrialization. So maybe you can walk us through that, Khalid.
Well, I mean, it's an interesting trend that's happening right now, and there are many possible factors that that you can consider, that you can take into consideration. I mean, the entire narrative right now is predicated on this idea of a reindustrialization or a manufacturing strategy or an industry strategy approach and that a lot of nations are taking into consideration at this point in time. There's a lot of implementation. I mean, we here in Malaysia right now have a lot of focus and interest in the remanufacturing of different industries. I mean, we focus on Penang with the rise of semiconductor manufacturing as well. A lot of foreign direct investment coming in to Malaysia. The current administration is working towards that, but it's not something that comes out of nowhere. Apparently, even as far back as 2019, pre-COVID times, Biden's administration in the United States, had developed and conceptualized and implemented various policies, including the Inflation Reduction Act and the CHIPS Act, which basically were policies that were implemented to make sure that America reinforced its position or to try and reclaim a lot of the manufacturing and supply chain mechanics that had for so long been part of a little bit more of a global infrastructure or a global ecosystem. This is also in tandem, if we get into a little bit of the politics of it, this is also in tandem with what China is facing with Taiwan. Taiwan being one of the big chip manufacturing strongholds over the past few decades. But now with the political tensions between China, Taiwan, there seems to be some kind of an overarching opportunity where there are other nations that are trying to vie for dominance in chips manufacturing. And that's something that's interesting that's happening as well. And to tie it all in with money, of course, this all has to do with economic perseverance, economic dominance. So